everybody, welcome to Top 10 Thursday on the Mana Leak. This week we're going to do one of my favorite recurring lists, the Top 10 flavor text for Aether Revolt. A lot of players simply skip over the flavor text, but I find flavor text, along with art, to be one of the big draws for me to the game. Some of my favorite cards from way back in the 90s are simply because of the flavor text that they had. Now, flavor text has gotten a bit more expository in the past few years, just sort of telling the story in very straightforward chunks, which is great for players to get a handle on the storyline and lore, but I do dislike the loss of just standalone quotes, phrases, and sometimes just jokes. But I was still able to find 10 flavor texts from Aether Revolt that I enjoyed. Up first, we'll have an honorable mention for Frontline Rebel. Will you be strong and stand with me? Now, this is only honorable and not actually on the list because I haven't actually seen Les Mis. But apparently, this is a very, very likely a direct reference to a line from the song, "Do You Hear the People Sing?" from that musical, which is exactly the kind of thing that I like flavor text to do. Augmenting Automaton is up first at number 10. When you have taught an automaton how to build others of its kind, it is a small step to make it build itself. I like this text because I think it's a solid hook for a potential return to the Kaladesh story when we come back. Who knows how long in the future. We've seen automatons building copies of themselves and now apparently upgrading themselves. When we return to Kaladesh, we could be looking at a Skynet Terminator sort of scenario, which I think could be really interesting in the Magic universe, or multiverse, I suppose. Ali's Strangler is coming in at number 9. You never know what day might be your last. Plain and simple, just like Kaladesh, the Aetherborn have some fantastic flavor text. I tend to like flavor text that works on multiple levels like this one does as well. Lore-wise, the Aetherborn disintegrate and die pretty quickly after they're created out of the ether, so they never really know which day might be their last. Also, this Aetherborn here is going to surprise strangle somebody in this alley, which, that person probably didn't know was coming that day. Number 8 is Lifecrafter's Gift. The best engineers recognize when a problem has already been solved. This is a great quote that describes what engineers can actually, in our world, learn from the natural world, rather than creating solutions that already exist. Tons of solutions for robotics and other machinery can be found by copying or re-implementing what already exists in nature, and I think that's a cool idea to see it on a Magic card. Night Market Aeronaut is at number 7. Death might come tomorrow, but today, I am alive. Again, the Aetherborn have fantastic flavor text. Depending on how good those wings are that the guy's wearing, over there I suppose, this Aetherborn might not actually be alive for much longer today. But for today, for now, it's still alive. Number 6 is Planar Bridge. It is finished. Now the real work can begin. This is fairly expository, but I like that we have no idea what the real work is just yet. Why does Tezzeret and Nicol Bolas need the ability to transport people and things from plane to plane? Is it Phyrexians? Is it Eldrazi? Is it something else? We'll find out someday, but I think it's cool to have that hook for the future story. SRAM's Expertise is number 5. It's important to always have the right tool for the job. This one is for picking my teeth. This isn't great flavor text. I just really like the idea that they desperately needed flavor text for this card for some reason to fill space. They looked at the art and they just wrote something down that happened to make it all the way to print. That being said, it is a nice bit of character building of SRAM's personality. You get that he's sort of a little jokey. It kind of fits in with Dwarv's personality, so it's still fine enough flavor text. Ajani's Comrade is number 4. Never heard of it? Well, it's technically an Aether Revolt, but it only appears in the Ajani Planeswalker deck. I will go where the Lion Man leads. I like the humor here, and we've seen this sentiment before. Whenever a Johnny shows up on a plane where Leonin don't exist, people tend to be really confused as to why there's a giant, one-eyed lion man running around, but all this elf knows is that they should follow him. Untethered Express comes in at number 3. Rules and rails are meant to be broken. So are uncommons, apparently. So are uncommons. Number 2 is Greenbelt Rampager. Subtlety is not a necessary part of sabotage. Nope. A giant elephant tearing stuff down barely counts as sabotage, and it certainly doesn't count as subtlety. Utter destruction's probably a better word, but, that wouldn't make for great flavor text. Finally, at number 1 is Decommission. A key weakness in the design is its vulnerability to repeated, forceful blows. Nice, simple smashing over and over with a hammer will solve most problems you have, especially if they're artifacts or enchantments. So that's going to wrap it up for my personal favorite top 10 flavor text from Aether Revolt. What are your favorite ones? Are they on this list? Are they not on this list? Let me know in the comments down below, as always. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always find me at Twitter at The Mana Leak. That's L-E-E-K, like the vegetable, not the card. You can also find me at Facebook.com/TheManaLeak, Twitch.tv/TheManaLeak, and Patreon.com/TheManaLeak. If you want to become a backer, there's all kinds of rewards and things you can get there, so definitely check that out. As always, if you like the content, click that little thumbs up icon here-ish, maybe? Somewhere. Anyways, it looks like that. That will not just let me know that you like it, it will also sort of spread my stuff out to people who are not subscribers yet, which definitely helps grow my channel more so I can make more content. It's a cool cycle how that works. But if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button, not the thumbs up button, I already talked about that, so you can always keep up to date on the latest videos. And if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.